right, we're on lesson 1.10 in pre-algebra here. We're on page 50. Lesson 1.10. All right. Okay, the coordinate plane. I'll tell you right now, this is probably the most, I would say the most important. They're all important. This basics of the coordinate plane, which I know you already know a lot of, you will use, so this is pre-algebra. Next year in algebra, the year after in geometry, definitely algebra 2, trigonometry for sure, pre-calculus for sure, calculus for sure. This is the coordinate plane is so important. And so you got to get the basics down. All this lesson does is teach you the absolute basics of the coordinate plane. So here's the deal. Here's the coordinate plane. Looks like this. Okay, here it is. Here's the deal. There are parts of the coordinate plane that we're going to identify. This, well, let me fix something first. Those are actually lines, arrows on the end, because how far do those things go? Forever, right? Left, right, up, down, they go forever. This line right here, this guy and this guy, what is he called? Does anybody have any idea what he is? If you're looking at it, that's fine. This is the x-axis, okay? This is the x-axis. The horizontal line is the x-axis. You all know the difference between horizontal, and what's this called? Vertical, right? The horizontal line is the x-axis. The vertical line is the y-axis, right? That's the y-axis. Okay. The place where they both meet, the place where both of them meet, right there, that is actually called the origin. Okay. The coordinates of the origin are 0, 0. We'll come back to that in a second. We'll talk about that in a second. But the coordinates of the origin are 0, 0. Each one of these, the coordinate plane is set up into 4 quadrants. Okay, it's set up into 4 quadrants. The quadrants, I'll put this in light green. The quadrants are this right here. This is the one you've been used to. That's quadrant 1, the upper right-hand corner. That's quadrant 1. We go in counterclockwise order. This over here is quadrant number 2, then number 3, and then number 4. Does that make sense? It's just something you need to memorize. They could have chosen anything to do here. They chose this, that's fine. You just have to memorize this. I would write this down right now. Take the time right now to write this down. Everything I have up there, you write it down. Now, if at any point I wanted to plot something, okay? The point of the coordinate plane is so that we can all be talking about the same thing. We can all have an idea. If I was to want to know where is this spot right here, right? If I wanted to know where that was, I could explain it to you, right? The coordinate plane gives us all an idea of what I'm talking about. You can't say, well, up over there. Well, that doesn't do any good. So now here's the deal. That point there, here's how you figure it out. What you look for is, that is called an ordered pair. Inside of the ordered pair, the first thing that goes in there is the coordinate of the x. The second one is the coordinate of the y. It goes x, y. Okay, so write that down somewhere. That in the coordinates, it goes x, y. What I mean by that is this. That point up here, this point right here, Look at this from the x-axis point of view. Where is it at on the x-axis? This is what I'm talking about. This thing is, here's 0, 1. This is the number line, right? This is just like the number line. Imagine, the x-axis is the number line you've had since kindergarten. This is, I will do it again. This is 0, this is 1, that's 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you see what I'm talking about? 7, 8. On the x-axis, this thing is at point 8. Do you see what I'm talking about? On the x-axis, this is point 8. So I go down here and I put down 8. On the y-axis is also a number line. It's just been turned up. This right here is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. Do you see what I'm talking about? What would it be down here? What's that point? What's that point? This is -1, -2, -3, -4. What's this point here? What are these guys? -1, -2, -3. Do you see what I'm talking about? So then, according to the y-axis, the second point over here, according to this guy here, this guy is at point 5. So then the point up here, this point right here, is actually point 8, 5. Question. Anyway, I'm going to erase this page so we can start again, but I'm going to give you something here. We're going to do some basics here. Let's just take a quick little quiz here. Nothing real, just get ready to answer these, okay? Here's my point. Oh no, maybe. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you a point, and you're going to tell me what quadrant it is, okay? So, Gigi, what quadrant is that point in?
2.
Look at your paper.
1.
That's in quadrant 1, right? This is quadrant 1. Okay. What point is, oh, I'm going to call this point A. Over here, I'm going to have this one be point B. Jade, where's point B? What quadrant is point B in? 3. C, Lauren?
4.
That's quadrant 4. Very good. Tough one here. What quadrant is point D in, Sheena? It's not in a quadrant. It's, where would you, how could you describe that? Where would you say, where, if we're talking and just saying, if I said what quadrant is it in, you'd say it's really not. Where is it then? It's on the what? On the y-axis, right? That's exactly what you'd say. It's on the y-axis. Do you understand? Are you all paying attention to that? That's on the y-axis. What about point E? Where's point E? What quadrant? It's not in a quadrant. It's on the x-axis. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that all make sense? Okay. Now I'm going to give you, I want you to tell me where exactly is this point? I want to know what is that point right there. What is point A? Using an ordered pair, right? An ordered pair is this. Using an ordered pair, tell me where A is. Write it down. How many of you put down 5, 3? Did anybody that put down 5, 3? That's good. How many of you put down 3, 5? What did you put, Sheena?
4.
No, look. This is just where you just got to count, right? This is, what point is this right here?
0.
That's 0, 0, right? So that's 0. So this is 0. This is 1, 2, 3. You see how it's on 3? Right? And then what is it up here? Going this direction. What is it this way? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 3, 5. Make sense? 3, 5? Got it? I just want to make sure that you're not counting the origin as 1. The origin is 0. This is point 1. This is point 1. This is 0. Okay? All right, try another one. Tell me where this point is. This one's a little bit weird. Tell me where that point is. Jay, what'd you get?
-4.
She has -4, 1. How many of you got -4, 1? That is the answer, right? Because look, you come back this direction. What point is that, Amy? What is this? What point is this? -1, -2, -3. Oh, there it is. It's -4. And then we're going up 1, which is, what point is this? 1. Does that make sense?
1 and -4.
Right. Left and right first, right? X first, then the Y. Where's it on the X first, then the Y? Very important. Okay. What about this? These are hard. I say hard. They're just a little weird. What is this point right there? I actually want to know what the point is. Where is that thing at, Kyla, on the x-axis? 0, right? On the x-axis, it's 0. Right here's 0. Oh, it's right here. It's already on 0, so it's 0. Where's it at on the y-axis? There's -1. How many of you got 0, -2? What'd you put? Where would this be? What is that? What point is that? Where's it at on the, well, the first one is for the x, and then the y. Where is it at on the x? No. It's at -5, -1, -2, -3, -4. That's -5 on the x. Where's it at on the y? On the y, it's 0, right? There's 1, there's 2, there's -1. There. Oh, it's right here. It's on the 0. Right? Right? Okay. You guys start getting confused by this, you can go back and watch this on YouTube. I would. I want you to right now create a very small coordinate plane that goes to like +3 to -3, or something very small. Doesn't have to be exact. I want you to be done drawing it in the next 7 seconds. A little one. I want you to graph for me point A at 3, 1. I want you to put A at 3, 1. I want you to put point B at 0, -2. And I want you to put point C at -3, -2. I want you to do that for me right now. Graph those 3 points, A, B, C, right now. And then I want you to connect the dots, and tell me what it creates. Okay, here we go. Point A, we'll do it in red. Okay, here's the deal. It says graph it at point 3, 1. Your eyes are up here. 3, 1. I want you to graph it at 3, 1. What's the 3 mean? The 3 is the x, right? So where's it on the x? So I go over here and I find it on the x. Here's 0. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's over here. There's x is 3. And then the y is 1. Does that mean I go up or down 1? Is it going up or down 1? I drew your little small one that you did, that you were supposed to draw, right? It goes up 1. Right here. That's where A should be. And that's what you should have done, is put a little A right next to it. That's point A. Over to the right 3 and up 1. That's point 3, 1. B, we'll do it in blue. It's at 0, -2. On the x-axis, it's at 0. Where's that? Where's 0 on the x-axis? What's this called? The origin, right? It's there. And then, so then if we're talking about left to right, it's right here, right in the middle. Okay, and then for the y, it's -2. What's that mean I do? Go down 2. We're right here. There's B right there. On the y-axis, down 2. How many of you got both those right so far? It's bad news. Are you understanding what's going on though? It should be. Letter C, we'll do it in green. Where is -3, -2? The -3 is the x-axis. That means we're going to go to the left 3, right? Left 3, right here. That guy. And then -2. Which way is -2? Which way on the y-axis? It's over here. It's down here. Right? There is C. When you connect the dots, what do we get? A triangle, right? Creates a triangle. Connect the dots. Makes a triangle. Makes sense? This lesson, people, is one that you can practice on your own. If you are confused at all by this, then you need to go do a couple of the odd ones and go to the back of the book and see if you got it right. Go on to Khan Academy. I know you know about Khan Academy. Go on to Khan Academy and look up the coordinate plane. He'll explain it again. You can also go and rewatch this. That's going to be on YouTube, right? I explain this, all of this, and maybe you need to just look at it again. All right. Let me give you your homework. I'm going to change the homework a little bit. There you go. I've shortened it a smidge.